Coach Cam made this shit.
I'm Brenden Kron. This is Rex, a.k.a.
Jack Claus.
Jack Claus.
Yeah, I just had to look him up. Because apparently, you know, in the morning, like, you're late to work already, Christmas, well, around Christmas time, it's like 3 fucking degrees outside.
Yeah.
Car's covered in frost, you can't see shit, don't really have enough time to start it up, so you kind of have to just let it defrost as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently that's because of Jack Claus.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently he's the dickbag that puts on frost.
Oh.
Yeah. You would think that'd be Jack Frost, but it's not.
Yeah.
You're stupid. It is, in fact, Jack Claus that does that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. It's kind of deceiving that I'm looking at a picture of Tom Holland right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I actually, before I ask you about your week, I've actually been falling in love with this guy recently.
Before that, this is Jammin with Kron Rex.
Oh, yeah. Hey. But yeah, I don't know. I have been just really charmed by this guy lately. I get it, dude.
It's 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
I
think he's like 5'6", though.
Yeah, not on the ways that you're probably going to think. It's been 50-50 for me because, one, everything I see about this guy, I love. There's really not anything that I've seen of Tom Holland that I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
5'8".
Yeah. But the things that I don't like is I am scared to even see a picture of him this week because I haven't seen his new movie. I haven't seen the new Spider-Man movie. And so if I even see his face, I immediately scroll past. Like, I'm just... So...
Yeah, I've been watching, like, he was on Hot Ones recently.
Yeah.
I was watching where him, Zendaya, and he plays Ned. His name is like Jacob something.
I was just going to say Ned, but I was like, no, that's not right.
They do, like, where they look at, like, when people look them up.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's just, and I don't know, he's just really charming. He fucking dresses up, obviously, as Spider-Man, but, like, for little kids and stuff, and I'm like...
He's extremely charismatic.
And British.
Yeah.
I realized how British he was.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird, because, like, he's not in the movies. Like, he's a New Yorker in the movies. Which, I don't know, when I think of New Yorker, and then I just hear Tom Holland in real life talk, I'm like... No way, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say No Way Home, but... yeah, I don't know. I've been really awful about puns lately. I just haven't been really excited about that. So how's your week been, bud?
My week's been...
Hairless?
Got a haircut. Yeah. It's been good for the most part. I've realized something, though. I like Halloween 1,000 times more than Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really go all out on Christmas this year either. Like, we don't have gifts to exchange each other.
Yeah.
Because of probably a lot of reasons.
Well, that's kind of something I wanted to get into is, one, Halloween is get a costume, you're done. Really, there's no get candy to hand out, and really, you're done.
I took creatine for Halloween. Yeah. I had a little extra step that I think I imposed on myself.
Yeah. But for the most part, like, Halloween's a pretty easy setup. You have to pick an outfit out of the thousands that you've said that you're going to be next year.
Yeah.
And then get candy to hand out.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Versus Christmas is you have to buy gifts for everyone.
Dude, you know what sucks about that?
What?
When you think you got everything, and then somebody that, like, you talk to twice a year is like, oh, man, I can't wait for you to see the gifts I got you. Like, why'd you get me something? Are you fucking kidding me? Now I got to go out and get you something. I'm like, God damn it, dude. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. We talked about a decent amount in our last feature episode of the tier list about just, like, I don't know, getting gifts in general, but, like, parents are always hard to get for.
Yeah. Well, you've been kind of hard to buy gifts for this year. Out of the ordinary, versus usually I feel like friends are usually the easiest to get gifts for.
Yeah.
And it's still easy, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But, like, usually we both, like, have a big-ass nerd shelf over there.
And just a big ass.
Yeah. But, like, we've started clearing out the nerd shelf stuff. Like, we kind of got rid of. We both did. So, like, getting one of those gifts feels counterproductive almost.
Yeah.
At least, depending on what it is.
You fucking nailed it with this one.
Yeah. And say, again, it depends on what it is. But, like, some of the ordinary, easy stuff to get someone doesn't seem as easy to buy for someone again.
I also very much buy myself things.
I do too.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard because like you even text me, he was like, "Hey, don't get this."
Yeah.
And I was like, in most cases I like the surprise, but he's actually pretty smart to tell me that because that is something like if I would have known that was on the site, I would have bought.
Yeah. And I knew that day or the next day they were having their sale.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh, I gotta shut this shit down. So yeah, I mean, it's just been weird. It feels more difficult to buy gifts for everyone. Yeah. Versus it usually doesn't. So yeah, it's just been weird. And like Halloween, we had the Halloween music playing. Mm-hmm. We had the Halloween movies and shows on all the time in the house. We don't really do that for Christmas because the Christmas movies get old if you're watching them over and over again. God, yes. I like them all once a year, but they're not rewatchable.
I'm at the age in where if I hear one Christmas song, like if I hear each Christmas song one time, I don't want to hear it anymore this month. Like I used to love Christmas songs, but I have heard them so many times. If you go anywhere, you're going to hear them 20 times. Yeah. And so it's just like, no, I don't want to listen to them on my own free will.
Yeah, I like them all in small amounts.
And you don't get it in small amounts. You get all of it in 1 month. Well, and plus, dude, we live in Kentucky. It doesn't look like Christmas.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Is it
Halloween? It looked like October out there. You know, like
it was starting to get cold.
And leaves were crunchy and shit. It got dark earlier. You know, like it was cool shit.
But now for Christmas, it's getting warmer.
Like 60-something degrees in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's gotten warmer.
You know we're in Tornado Valley now?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't move. Apparently, Tornado Valley has been moving. It moved. But I didn't know it could just fucking do.
Yeah, so there's that. We've had bad weather, but it's not the bad weather that you want around this time of the year. Like, you kind of want, like, light snow.
You want tornadoes.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But,
yeah,
I don't know. And I think we're the only country that gets tornadoes.
I didn't know that either. That's
because of our...
That didn't make sense.
Well, because no other country, or it may be our continent, but I think it's specifically our country because no other country experiences differential weather like we do. Yeah. And that's what tornadoes are caused by, is just like hot fronts and cold fronts meeting. Yeah. No other country experiences that.
That's wild. I actually didn't know that at all.
Yeah. We suck, dude.
Yeah, it
sucks, dudes.
But yeah, that's kind of something that I've realized, because I've always said that Christmas is my favorite holiday. But
yeah, because everybody seems a little happier. People are giving each other shit. Yeah. But all we got for Christmas this year is I think there's an Omicron variant of COVID out now, so that was pretty cool for our Lord and Savior to drop right around the holidays. That was pretty nice of them. I think there's been a couple cases in Kentucky now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, half the NBA is not even watchable anymore because they're like down to 4 people who are on the reserve team.
The NFL is getting plagued by it again. It's just weird because it felt like it was like we were on the home stretch. It was almost over, and now it doesn't. Now it seems like we're in the beginning of this shit again.
I knew it was starting to get a little too good. I was like, that's not the God I know. Shit is going to go south pretty quick.
Yeah, so we're all stuck. We're about to all be stuck back inside. I'm only assuming shit's going to get shut down again if things keep going the way they are. Christmas has more stress put on it, for sure, than Halloween. The weather isn't as nice.
Well, and there's all those...
and it's been more annoying.
What's going... The cargo thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like all the fucking trailers that are just not like actual trailers. In context, we're talking about tornadoes in Kentucky. Yeah. It just sounds like there's a bunch, like people are playing Jenga with trailer parks. But I don't even know what they're called. But they're just like they're shipping shit. Yeah, and they're all
the
stuck.
Cargo ships.
Yeah, they're just stuck.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know how that happens. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know about that.
Yeah.
Or curious enough to read 2 sentences of an article to have any opinion about it.
Yeah, so...
Luckily, we have a podcast for us to spread our lack of knowledge about anything topical.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just been weird. I kind of realized that I like Halloween more than Christmas.
Yeah, at least I think this year has kind of like really, really shown that.
Yeah, recency bias is also strong.
Yeah, I am...
As always.
Yeah, I am very... I very much carry a recency bias. But...
How was your week?
Oh, well, before we got into my week, I wanted to point out one thing that I noticed about you. Obviously, I like the nails. I like the bracelet.
Nails is almost gone. I need to repaint them.
Yeah.
They're not doing too well, but
They look all right.
Oh, thank you.
I take a little bit of my compliment away. They look okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. What sucks about like going from long hair to having short hair is what's going on the back of your fucking head right now.
What's that?
Where it sticks out.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
where
yeah.
you lay down a specific way and you wake up and it just won't go back down. Because, like, I don't know. I remember I used to deal with that all the time, especially, like, whenever, you know, you're a little bit more self-conscious, like in middle school and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'd wake up and my hair would just be fucking sticking up right there. I'm like, what do I do with that?
I don't know what you can do.
Take a shower. That's really the only thing. But, I mean, put gel just right here. But, yeah, it does. It just fucking sticks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. But, yeah, I thought it was weird that you did that, like, this time of the year, but it's like 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's been 70 degrees.
I think it's like quite literally 60-something degrees out.
Yeah, because that was my first mentality.
36.
Is I was like, I'll wait until after, like once it starts to warm up, I'll cut my hair. And then it has been warm.
Yeah.
And then my hair was at that length of like, where it's just annoying. Like, I was out like delivering and it rained real bad. And so like my hair's like either soaked and like covering up.
Dick.
And like it would cover my eyes, so like I like just slicked my hair back, but then it was like it's not long enough to actually go back, so then it was like standing up, and I'm like, I'm fucking sick of it. Like, so it was just at a point where I was like, I just don't like it at all.
Have you have you just like went like that, like out of habit?
Yeah,
like just motorboat. Yeah, you know what I'm doing. Like just getting the hair out because I remember I would do that. I would try to like push it back.
Yeah. I'll still do like this sometimes. And I'm so used to having decently long hair, but
I saw this TikTok of this dude who was eating, and you could tell he used to have a beard because his face is just shaped like he should have a beard. And I don't know, for whatever reason, he got rid of it, and he went to like take a bite of ice cream, and he did this. Partying it out. So I was like, dude, he must have had some shit going on to where he had to like push his mustache apart to just make way for food.
That sucks that you get rid of that though.
Yeah, he looked like he needed it. Like, I'm glad. Like, don't get me wrong, I do want to be able to grow a beard, but I'm glad I didn't grow it to the point, like at such a young age or at all yet, to where I just rely on it.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
because it does become a crutch for some people. It's like you see them without a beard, you're like, holy shit, you just dropped down like 5 rankings. You have no jaw.
Yeah,
like how?
Well, like it's similar to like your head hair of like that middle stage is kind of awful.
Yeah,
but not to the extremes, because like Tom Holland has like no facial hair at all.
Yeah,
and that's great. Like I wish I could either have zero or a full-fledged beard, and I never want the in-betweens. Yeah,
I know, because I have little hairs that grow, but they're so spaced out.
Yeah.
That just looks like I have like a bunch of like fucking fly legs coming out of my face. I'm like, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Like it's not centered anywhere. There's not like a central point of growth.
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong, I'm glad it's like that and not just it's growing here.
Yeah,
you know? I mean, it could be worse. But I don't know. I'm just like, God damn, couldn't it just all focus right here? Like, could I just push all of it right on my fucking lips?
Yeah.
But
if I had a badass mustache, that'd be cool as shit.
You would look so goddamn
weird.
Yeah.
It's not for me. Like, but I would, if I could, I'd have it.
That'd be so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think people with a mustache wear, like, that shirt. Which, again, I love.
Thank you.
But, badass shirt. But, it's just not a mustache thing to do.
Well, until I can do more like manly things like grow a beard, I'm gonna just lean into the more feminine things.
Yeah,
like wearing the pink. I think it's my Valentine. I really do think that's her name, but no, I'm wrong. From Yu-Gi-Oh shirt.
That's kind of a cop-out name.
Yeah, all the names are like that. Rex, Raptor, the dinosaur guy.
That's fair.
Yeah, they all are just
the cat guy. Rex Raptor, the kitten enjoyer.
Mako Tsunami is obviously the ocean guy. Like
that's hard as shit, though. That's kind of hard. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Not tsunamis, but
all right, but
they are kind of hard. I mean,
but how was your week?
Not too bad. But I don't like. I want to reiterate that my girlfriend is a smart person. she is very book smart. Like, she knows her stuff, but at the same time is like to the point where it's kind of scary now how fucking dumb she is, how dumb she can be. Like, I don't know if you heard me and her talking about it.
No.
Well, the other day we was looking for her keys.
Okay.
We couldn't find them. I was like, because, me and her went out somewhere, and I was like, oh shit, I hope you didn't leave it in your car.
Yeah.
Maybe check the bed and stuff, because she had to go to work. She opened the door, go check outside, in the fucking door.
Oh my God.
All night.
Oh shit.
All night. Yeah, she had to leave. Yeah, she was leaving for work in the morning, so she left the keys in the door all night.
Oh my God.
That is dangerously dumb. That is like, because she's done that a couple times, like 20 minutes later, we've been like, I was like, oh, where's your keys? And they're in the door. But yeah overnight.
How do you leave I've never like left the keys in the door to open them.
This clip 2 minutes and I'll tell you exactly how.
I've never even like been in the situation of like, I just don't leave my keys in the door to open the door.
It's immediately taken out.
Yeah, I unlock it, take the keys and like put them in my pocket or something. Like, I don't leave them in the door to open the door. So that's weird. I would never forget them in the door.
It's not like we live in a gated community either.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally had a crackhead crawl on our front porch trying to get in the house. So
yeah,
it would just make it all the much easier if there was just an entire keychain just in the door for him to open. I was like, dude, you can't do that shit. Like, that is like dangerously dumb. Like, genuinely, in my life, I think that's like one of the top 5, if not the number 1 dumbest thing I've like been a part of. Do you think you can like recall the dumbest thing you think you've ever seen or been a part of?
No.
So we have some pretty dumb friends, so there's got to be something that comes out of that.
I swear to you, I was trying to think of like the dumb things that like a couple of our friends have done.
Yeah, exactly. I know we're thinking of the same people. Like, there has to be something in there.
Fuck, I don't know. I can't think of just like singled out.
Like, they're not dumb people, but they do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
And you're just like, how are you alive? Like, it's like these constant.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
without really thinking about it, or just sitting here with just really like focused in and not actually talking and just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come up with anything right off the rip.
Yeah, I'll name drop. One of the other dumbest things that I've seen is when Jacob came over and he tried to do a magic trick with a rubber coaster and a glass full of vodka and Sprite.
Yeah.
It was right next to our entire home internet. Just right there, right beside our router and modem. He had his drinks in there. I was like, hey, man, can you move that? I was like, I don't want us to actually bump it. And he was like, yeah, sure. He grabbed it by the fucking coaster and tried to slide it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, you David Blaine? Why the fuck would you do that? And he was like, I thought it would move with it. I was like, it's supposed to grip. That's why that coaster is made out of fucking rubber. Yeah. It's supposed to keep it from sliding. And you just like...
Yeah. Yeah. To put it a little bit of context, it wasn't like he was trying to do the magic trick and like pulled it, but he was just trying to slide it by the coaster.
I honestly think that makes it worse.
Yeah, still.
Makes it so much lazier. Yeah. And then growing up, I'll say, I know I've told you, but I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast, my buddy who put the entire slice of cheese. I actually may have mentioned it on the podcast.
If so, it's one of the early episodes. Tell it again.
The little sausage biscuits, like the Tennessee Pride, the little fucking sausage biscuits. They come 2 in a pack. Like, they're almost quite literally that big.
Yeah.
And I remember he was heating some up in the morning, and he comes back, 2 on the plate, and there's cheese fucking everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck did you do? Like, I literally thought he, like, melted cheese around it so he could, like dip it.
Yeah.
I was like, he's morbidly obese, so I was like... That's right up his alley. Like, that's a home run for him. I'm like, that's very innovative, dude. But, fuck. But no, I asked him, I was like, man, the fuck just happened to your plate?
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you mean? I put cheese on it. I was like, I can see that. It's covered in cheese.
Yeah.
I was like, but, like, when you put cheese on it, like, like just a little square piece of cheese, I was like, you fold it up, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, why would I do that? And I was like, well, do you see your fucking plate, dude? I was like, that's why you do that. And he was like, well, no, nobody ever taught me that. And I was like, No shit. Nobody taught me that either. It's like, we grew up in the same area. I didn't just attend a course you missed. Like, they don't teach you this. Like, it's just, if you want something to fit, you usually try to compress it enough to fit.
Yeah, you tear it or fold it or you do something other than just set it on there and just hope it doesn't melt all the way.
By that story, you probably wouldn't guess, but he's still alive. Like, I don't know. I just see these people, and I'm just like, how have you survived this long? Like, even like, just, I don't know, even just like getting in the car, driving somewhere, and you just see people do such stupid things. Like walking, like say you're driving across a supermarket and, you know, they have the little crosswalks for pedestrians and stuff. Yeah. Whenever people don't go like horizontally and they go diagonal, they take the longest fucking route.
Yeah.
Except if they was to just lay on the ground and barrel roll to their destination.
Yeah.
Instead of just going, I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, you're making this so much longer. You're giving me so much more time to think about if I want to run you over or not right now.
Yeah. Well, talking about dumb things we've seen in cars.
Yeah.
I actually, it did remind me, one of our friends, I won't name drop, but whenever, you remember the game like...
I will. I think I'll pick up on this.
You might know. You remember the game like Clash Royale? Like the Clash games that came out?
Yeah.
Well, whenever it first came out, we all, me and like a bunch of our friends were all playing it, and one of the things is, I didn't really drive at the time, or at all.
I figured driving is a new thing for you. Like, still relatively, and it's your job now.
Yeah,
relatively.
Yeah. But they got in the car, they were driving, and they just boot up a game and just start playing. Yeah. And I was just like, what are you doing? And they were like, what? And I was like,
is this guy also an enjoyer of fast food lasagna?
I'm not.
Drive-through lasagna?
I'm not name dropping.
No, I know it. I know he is. That sounds like a guy who eats drive-through lasagna.
Yeah. But then whenever I said it, they actually were like, oh shit, you're right, here, play for me. And I was just like, you were going to fucking play this game while driving.
Yeah, especially with the... specifically the friends you had when you didn't have a driver's license. I'm surprised that didn't motivate you to get a driver's license, because they're some of the like most dangerous, like whether it comes to playing Clash while they're driving or just going 300 miles per hour on turns.
Yeah.
Like, we had some of the most dangerous friends to be in a car with.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why I'm a good driver. I don't do any of those things that we just named.
Yeah, that is true. But no, I actually had this guy at my work who his car was broken into recently, and they tried to hotwire and get away. Like, didn't steal anything.
Yeah,
dude, I was parked right beside him, so they had to walk by my piece of shit, hood dented in to where it looks like my car has an underbite, and just walk up to it and be like, "That's not worth burgling." And they just moved to the shitty, like, 2004 Ford Explorer beside me, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, my car's not even good enough for you to fucking break into. Like, whatever, man. So, whatever. And he was telling us about that. He was telling us about that at work the following week. And one of the older guys at work, not a dumb guy by any means, but this was a really stupid thing that he said.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I don't even bother locking my car anymore. I was like, one, nobody asked you, so that was kind of your own stupid intuition saying that. And I was like, you just really wanted to, I guess, give us a heads up in case we wanted anything you own.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I was like, why don't you lock your car? And he was like, well, if somebody wants to break in, they'll do it anyways. I was like, what? Like, what? I was like, God, dude, you would have provided my girlfriend with so much comfort after she left the keys in the door all night, because I was pissed.
Yeah.
And he would have just been like, if somebody wanted to come in, murder, and rape us all, they probably would have anyway. It's like, no, that's not how the... And he furthered that story by saying 2 times in his life he's had a stereo stolen. I was like...
Lock your door.
No shit. No shit, dude.
So I think I know a solution.
Yeah, because people will literally walk around checking doors to see if people lock it because they don't want to cause a scene.
Yeah.
But if somebody makes it easier by having their car unlocked, yeah. I mean, that person is smarter than the person who owns that car.
Yeah, as well.
And I was like, dude, you're not a dumb guy. But I mean, the math is starting to add up. You've had 2 stereos stolen from you, and they were both unlocked cars. Like, change something, you know? Like,
just never put the the pieces together.
It's like, yeah, man, I keep walking around downtown Louisville naked, and man, I have been assaulted every time. And they're like, man, I wish I knew how to prevent that. It's like, I don't know, man. It seems like what you're doing is solid. It's the people around you.
But let's not get too far away from it. Song of the week.
Actually, for like the good part of this week, it really was No Type by Sweetie.
Okay.
And the City Girls featuring Janae.
Okay.
Because I don't know,
I've never heard that song.
Oh, it's such a good song, and like to the point where like it kind of just made me realize like I didn't really fully pay attention to like what I was singing, because I was just like driving through the Planet Fitness parking lot, like singing the chorus, and the chorus fucking slaps.
Yeah.
But it maybe doesn't fit me in my day-to-day life so much, because like I was just going through the parking lot screaming, "Bad bitch, I'm gonna ride the dick all night," just full speaker. And like, man, I know I passed some people that was just like, yeah, like, oh. So kind of a big boy to be doing that, but to each their own, I guess. But that song fucking slaps.
Yeah.
We didn't get to talk about it earlier. Do you think a gay experience makes you gay?
All right, well, let's talk about the song of the week first, and then we'll go into that.
Fun.
Okay.
Oh, but it's not that.
What?
It's not that.
Oh, yeah. What is your song of the week?
It's Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that just slapped listening to it moments ago.
Oh, so you picked it moments ago?
Earlier in the week, I had listened to it multiple times, and that's why I just played it again, but I was like, oh, dude, that's crazy. Like, I haven't picked a Black Sabbath song yet, and I was like, it's got to be something. There's got to be one from that album, and I'm like, it's got to be Paranoid.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Dude, my knee's been killing me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know if, like, somebody snuck something, like, in that wine we drank last night, but, dude, my knee is fucking... I have an entire sleeve on it right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, so if you smell like menthol, it's menthol scented. I don't know why they just want me to smell like a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, it says that as like a tag, like where it'd be like, oh, it's like cherry flavored, or they're like, oh, hey, and as a bonus, it smells like cigarettes. And I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. I appreciate that. What's your song of the week, buddy?
So, I told you I don't know if I mentioned it on here or not, but I'm trying to go back and listen to a lot of albums that came out this year that I haven't really given a chance to, because we're going to be doing our favorite albums of the year. So I wanted to kind of...
Shit, I should probably do that.
Yeah, and one of the ones I went back and listened to was Ben Staples by Ben Staples. And
I didn't listen to that.
First song, phenomenal. It's not my song of the week. It isn't on that album, but it kind of made me...
I hate you so much.
Well, Ben Staples is my...
Your fucking lead up.
Yeah.
He was almost a part of mine.
Okay, yeah. The song that I do pick is a single that was leading up to this album, if I'm not mistaken. And it's...
What is it?
Get the Fuck Off My Dick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other single that he dropped? Like, it's like...
So What?
So What?
Yeah,
Yes.
that one's phenomenal,
What
too.
happened with that? Because that looked like that was going to be a project.
I think
or
that
a
was
movie or a show.
I think those were part of the Coca-Cola deal, and I think those were the songs that were on his Coca-Cola deal.
That's odd that he said the things he said in a Coca-Cola song.
I might be wrong. I say I might have just completely...
Okay.
Maybe it's the Converse. I think those were part of a...
Either way, because one of his lines says, "Why kill yourself when you can kill an opposition?" And I was like, so whenever you said it was part of a deal, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Whose deal?
Dude, you said that so white.
What, opposition?
Yeah,
why kill yourself when you
can
kill
go and kill a rival?
Rival's whiter than opposition.
You think so?
Well, no, op.
I don't know.
Opposition is pretty white.
But yeah.
Rival?
Yeah, but listening to Vince Staples made me want to listen to more Vince Staples, the album, made me want to listen to more Vince Staples. It's not my favorite project by him. It honestly might be my least favorite, but still decent. I went back and listened to FM.
Like we just don't really relate to his newest album.
Yeah. I went back and listened to FM, and it's better than I gave it credit for originally. Still don't love it.
Yeah.
But there was a couple songs on it that I ended up saving, really liking. But yeah, this is one of my favorites, and it's a single. I was sad to see that it didn't make it to a album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the fuck off my dick.
I was actually wanting to talk about that because, we've been seeing, well, I haven't seen much on social media because, like you, I am kind of taking a fallback from it because I don't want anything spoiled.
Yeah.
But I was actually interested in seeing, like, people post about, like, their Spotify Wrapped and everything. We talked about that. We showed ours and stuff, or, Apple Replay, whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what you thought about your taste in music. Or how that makes you look at people. Because, like, if someone walked up to you and they're like, my favorite genre is pop, what do you think about that person?
So, I don't know. I've kind of, since I have broadened my horizons with music, because, like, I was definitely the person who was only listening to radio music. Then transitioned to, I will not listen.
So you're talking a while back.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
And then I transitioned to, I will not listen to anything on the radio. And then now I'm like, anything that's on the radio, I probably like it a little.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I was like you too. I went from one extreme to the other because once I got exposed to that there was non-radio songs, I was like, holy shit, why would I ever listen to anything on the radio? Like, the best songs from artists I liked on the radio, their songs aren't even on the radio.
Yeah.
And so I went the complete opposite, and then once I, I think it was, years and years after that I heard songs on the radio again, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Actually not bad.
Yeah, and I actually, it's one of those things of, I find myself liking, very, very radio hit song. Like, this song was obviously made for the radio. It's a very generic pop song. I find myself liking those all the time. So they're not, my favorites, but I always find myself liking them. So, to answer your question, I don't really judge someone on if they say, oh, this is my favorite genre, or,
You gotta perceive something about them, though. Not maybe judge, oh, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But, and something I do think that's different between, radio when we was kids versus now is that I really do feel like their best wasn't on the radio. But nowadays, I feel like whenever you hear someone, there's exceptions, like people who are always going to make it on the radio, like Taylor Swift and stuff, where obviously they have, bodies of work behind them. But, they're, for the most part, I've done that to where I've heard a song that I like on the radio. I'm like, I'll listen to them. And the rest of their songs fucking suck.
Yeah.
But it's just that one was catchy enough to make it on the radio. And I feel like that's what radio is now. It's just their one song. They don't really got anything else, but they just made that song, and that was what got them.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. But I don't know.
So maybe I'm looking at it from exactly what you said.
Okay, so maybe not how you judge them or treat them. It's like, oh, I'm into pop. You're not just going to just hock a loogie on their face.
Yeah.
Hawk? How do you spell that?
It can't be hawk.
It can't be, right? Hog?
It's not hog a loogie.
A hog a loogie on your hog.
All right, you look up how to spell hog. Don't look up what you did.
How am I supposed to? What am I supposed to type?
Type it in
hog.
Type it in
HWG.
Sure.
How do you spell loogie? I'll spell it boogie, but
okay.
Oh, well, I'm retarded.
What?
Oh, both HOCK
okay
and HAWK are acceptable.
Oh, okay.
So it's either hawk, or hawk.
Yeah. Huh. I thought HAWK was gonna be way wrong. So
I like how that one's combined. Hogaloogie. Went down on yonder on a hogaloogie. What was I saying?
Okay, so music taste.
Yes.
Okay,
but who do you picture? Okay. Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
Okay, who do I picture whenever...
you picture a pop listener.
So they're like, oh, my favorite artist is...
Yes.
Or the only thing that I listen to is pop?
Yes.
I think of someone who probably only listens to the radio.
I think of someone I think of a hipster.
Oh.
I think of someone who enjoys dick. It doesn't really matter what your sex is. I just imagine you enjoy dick.
Okay.
Not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that might be your preference.
Usually alright, so this is usually how I've always noticed how the conversation goes. If you're like, hey, what kind of music do you listen to? The answer's always the same. Oh, a little of everything.
Ugh.
Usually the answer.
Yeah, goddamn.
And so I always had the follow-up question of like, who's your favorite artist? Because that usually will narrow it down quick on what they actually listen to, rather than be like, oh, I listen to a little bit of everything. It's like, really? It's like, yeah, I listen to country and pop. And it's like, that's not everything. Like, but that'll usually narrow it down. So
I listen to Florida Georgia Line. That is when I'm going to hock a loogie. I think at that moment I really will. And what better artist to... And don't get me wrong, we are here too, so it's not doing me any justice. I think that artist sums up Bullitt County so well.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I can see it.
Because, like, our county is so weird. Because, like, don't you remember, like pulling into the school parking lot in high school, and there would be people that had, like, boots on, basketball shorts, had gauges, a dirty fucking pickup truck that was blaring Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are you? Like, what is going on? So somebody as fucked as Florida Georgia Line, I think just sums up Kentucky. I mean, maybe it might just be... Well, no, because Kentucky definitely has its identity. Like, if you go to, like, even Meade County, that's a very, very country place.
Yeah.
And then if you go to, like, Louisville, they have their own identity. Yeah. But we're somewhere in between where we're just kind of a horrible clash of the two.
Yeah.
And in, like, the worst possible way.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Broadening, like, listening... I used to be someone who was like, oh, I'll listen to everything except country. Like, country was the one genre I was like, I won't listen to it at all. Yeah. And since I've been able to really just, like, especially because it's the area we live in, I've really been able to just kind of talk music with anyone. Yeah. And there's at least something that I like that they like on most grounds. So when it comes to music, I kind of just, most of the time, it's either I ask them what they like, and immediately they name off an artist or something that I really like, and then it's a great conversation, or it is me searching through their entire music catalogs with questions to find the music that we can relate on to talk music.
Yeah.
Because that is probably like my favorite conversations to have.
Yeah, like, my favorite artist is Kid Rock. I'm like, I know enough. You know, like,
I got a couple songs.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Like, there is definitely something you perceive about someone when they say who their favorite artist is or what genre. Yeah. They're like, my favorite artist is Kid Rock. I'm like, I'm assuming you're scared of black people. I'm basing this solely off of what you just said.
You love Kid Rock, so you love country rap.
Yeah.
Like,
be like, what lives matter to you? I think I have a good idea, but is it blue? Is it?
What's your favorite color?
If you had to pick one color to say that it matters, what is that?
You definitely root for Kentucky over Louisville, right? Like,
yeah, dude. And like, because there is like new country that do like, because I was the exact same. Because once I started like I don't know, being in conversations with people when I'd ask them what their favorite genre is, and they'd be like, oh, well, I like everything. And then, like, I would play a song around them, and they'd be like, what the fuck is this? This fucking sucks. Don't play it again.
Yeah.
And they're like, I just want to hear Drake. And you're like, what the fuck?
If someone is like, I listen to everything, and I'm like, do you like this or this? And they're like, no, really, I like everything. I'm like, I'm going to push that boundary.
I'm going to the extreme.
It's like, I'm going to play the weirdest. Like,
you know what I'm playing?
I was going to say Dorian Electra. Just, like, super electronic, gay, like, very gay music. Like,
gay electronic.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that is. And, like, a lot of people are going to be like, nah, I don't like, it's just so different.
Yours is definitely more extreme. I'll play Born Again.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, because it's a weird one. It is weird. But, like, I don't know if you put...
I thought you were going to say the song that I don't personally like, but that you...
No, that's even much for people who I do genuinely believe you like most kinds of music. But, like, I'll specifically have to say nowadays, I'm like, I like a little bit of everything. I had a buddy who introduced Jewish reggae to me. So most people don't even know that's a thing, so I don't mention it. But in the back of my head, every time somebody asks me what kind of music, I'm like, not Jewish reggae, not Jewish reggae. Yeah. But like, not Jewish reggae and not most of new country music.
Yeah.
Because there is like Chris Stapleton, who his last album was fucking good.
I like Cold. I really don't like his album.
Yeah.
But yeah.
T-Swizzle's newest album.
I was to say, again, Cold was like a big radio hit that I was like, oh, I like this. It just works, and it just works like that sometimes.
Yeah. I'll say I have that perception of, like, whenever I hear someone say that, like, you know, we've covered, like, pop, country. What about rock? Who do you picture?
Depends on the rock. Because most people will say classic rock.
I'm assuming you're 40.
Yeah, you're
40, you don't have a good marriage.
I think of, like, an older gentleman. Like, an older guy.
Yeah.
I don't think of, like... Really, actually, as soon as I said that, I was like, no. I know plenty of older... Like, your 40s, early 50s, and, like, you're have some bad tattoos... Not a full sleeve.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Just
very
a handful
oddly placed bad tattoos.
Yes, that's who listen. That's who's like, I only listen to classic rock.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, yeah, I can talk a little bit of this genre with you.
Yeah.
If someone says they like new rock, I'm like,
your favorite genre, not likes, their favorite genre.
Because like the new rock
Van Fleet.
Yeah. That's
Am
who
I
I
thinking Fleet Foxes?
I
or is it
don't
Van
know.
Fleet?
I think
it is Van Fleet. Have they ever collabed?
I don't know.
That'd be so cool. I don't really
Greta Van Fleet.
That's
what I was trying to think of. Yeah, that's who I'm like, them? And they're like, yeah. Because that's really the only new rock that people who don't like really deep dive into the genre.
I'll say as a Ghost.
Yeah. But
Ghost is my favorite.
Yeah.
But and
I like Greta Van Fleet. I'm not shitting on them.
Who's that girl that, like, me and you both love?
Oh, St. Vincent?
Yeah, St. Vincent. Yeah.
Goat.
Yeah, she goes hard too. But if you're like...
But that's not something I really hear ever. No one's like, oh, my favorite genre is new rock. That's not really a thing.
What about 2000s rock? Because that is a difference. That's like, whenever
2000s
I picture
are like
that...
grunge? Are you talking like grunge?
Yeah.
Like Nirvana and stuff?
Yeah, like on the Fallout. Like, not Fallout. Fallout Boys.
Yeah.
Like that era. Fallout Boys.
Blink-182.
Yeah.
So punk rock.
Like 2000s.
I love punk rock. You
too.
Really? I actually don't think that you... like.
Used to.
Okay.
I still love it, but I don't listen to it nearly as much.
Yeah, because any like punk rock song that I'll play, because I don't listen, it's not a top genre, but I do listen to it quite a bit. And like, anytime I'll play like a punk rock song, you're like, I don't really like this anymore. Like, especially like Bowling with Soup is one of them that you were like, I fucking hate this. Versus I'm like, they kind of slap.
What was Bowling with Soup? That's not the...
Yeah, it's the
1985.
1985.
Dude, that song sucks.
I
don't know if it actually sucks, but it just...
Yeah. And I played that other song that's like kind of, it's kind of their like, it's 1985's humor. Like it's the same kind of humor of being like, is like, yeah.
To me, that song sounded
Girl,
like...
All the Tough Guys Went. I love that song too.
That song sounded like the audio... equivalent of like whenever on TV shows you see them representing Gen Z, like it's just like that kind of humor. It's just like, like it's just like shut up, shut up. But like we get it, we know what happened. I don't know. It just it aggravates me.
Yeah. To be fair, I watch tons of shows where it has that same humor and it doesn't hit for me. 99% of the time, it doesn't hit for me. That song does. Like it's just
If you listen to punk rock, I picture that you piss in bottles.
Yeah.
That you piss in bottles and you wear cutoffs around the house.
I don't think that at all.
Really?
No. Maybe it's because I know people whose favorite genre are punk rock.
They piss in bottles?
They do not.
Do you?
I do not.
Have you ever?
I actually don't think so.
Like, I mean,
maybe once.
Yeah.
Once or twice, but like really I don't know the situation I was put in where I was like, oh, I gotta piss in a bottle. Like, I'm not usually in that situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, oh well, I think I have like on a long road trip or something, but I was like, I don't even know if I've done that.
Yeah,
that's still pretty gross.
Yeah, I was like, I may have. I don't want to just be like, oh no, never. But I don't think I have.
You ever piss in a balloon and throw it at somebody?
No. Have you?
You ever piss in a balloon, freeze it, and then throw it at somebody?
Also, no. Have you?
No.
Okay.
No, it'd be really funny, but
I mean, yeah.
I guess it's not too late.
So this is the one
we do it on Christmas.
The one genre that we didn't talk about yet is the one genre that gets the most hate if you say it's the only genre you listen to. Rap.
Yeah, well, it's also the most popular now. And
Why?
unfortunately, I'm picturing some dude, some little white kid.
Yes, I think
who
of
plays Fortnite all the time.
Yeah.
Who has like Supreme shorts on. I swear to, I know the mental image I'm getting. Do you know what I'm talking about? The picture of the kid with like the really big fucking teeth, and he's like holding Supreme shit.
It's almost like how punk rock for us was the edgy music of like, oh, I only listen to punk rock. That's what rap is now. It's like, oh, I only listen to rap. I won't listen to anything else. Yeah. It's kind of where that's now fallen.
Well, rap is the most popular genre right now.
It's also the most diverse genre. Other than maybe rock. Rock is pretty diverse if you go from one extreme to the other. And same with rap.
Except alternative. There's no ends to alternative.
I think alternative is just rock. Because it is.
There's alternative rap.
I know.
Dude, there's everything.
Alternative is just...
It doesn't make sense.
It's just a broad genre.
Like, how can you just be like, it is rap, but I don't want to count it. So it's alternative. But, like... I don't know where I was going.
Rap is...
Oh, the most popular genre.
Yes.
It's the most easily accessible. It is like the most in your face genre right now because it's the most, again, it's the most popular. So you're going to see it. You're going to see rappers and stuff in the news the most, and like they're very present on social media. So you're going to see them a lot.
Yeah.
And so that's why there's like a lot of shit making fun of it because it's just you can in a lot of genres, but like. Mainly in rap, it seems like you can get away with like a very corny, like gimmicky meme, like level of fame.
Yeah,
you know, like you don't necessarily have to be good. Like you just, I don't know. It's like it's the easiest to be a part of.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out. Is it makes sense on why rap has become the biggest genre because you can do it all by yourself.
Yeah, you don't need to know how to play an instrument.
Bands,
now, granted, I don't think rappers do have talent.
Yeah, no,
like they do genuinely have talent, and that's why you see the ones who succeed to another level do.
Yeah,
but like, I mean, anybody can get started.
Exactly, you can be one person by yourself and make rap music. It's a lot harder to do that with any other genre.
Yeah,
pop, you kind of need to be able to sing. You don't necessarily. You can auto-tune the shit out of your voice.
Or a good engineer.
Yeah. You could have good post work.
Yeah. I'm assuming people know I mean like audio engineer, not like a good mechanical engineer degree. If you know anything about Ariana Grande, she has a mechanical engineering degree.
Yeah, so it makes sense that would be the biggest genre because it's the most accessible.
Yeah, and I mean, for a lot of people that like have literally sold any amount of weed, they're rappers now. Like, they immediately take the jump to like, you know what? I can rap.
Yeah.
I have lived the life of a rapper. And it's just, I don't know. And I guess that's part of why I've like, I don't know, 2021 was a really rap heavy year for me. But it's just like one of the most fun ones to listen to.
Yeah. And again, it's other than maybe rock and alternative, if you count it, is the most broad genres. So that's why
I do count rock.
I count rock as well. I said if you count alternative.
If you count. Oh, I thought you said rock and alternative. I thought you said if you count rock and alternative. I was like, I do count rock as a genre.
All right, what I meant to say is if rap and rock is the most broad, and if you count alternative, then it's the most broad as well. But
yeah.
So it makes sense if you're like, oh, I only listen to rock. Oh, I only listen to rap. Oh, I only listen to alternative. It makes sense to me because you have so much to choose from. Versus if you're like, I only listen to country. It's not that broad of a genre. Like it is to some extent, but nowhere near those others. And I'm like, you feel like if you listen to country, listen to pop. It's so similar now.
Nowadays, yeah. It's just pop.
Yeah, like pop country. So it's like it's weird. They're like, oh, I don't listen to pop music, but I listen to country. Like that's a weird line to draw. And same as like pop music is like you're listening to just generic hits. I was like, this can fall into any category. Like pop can really fall in. There's pop of every category.
Where I draw the line, and don't say the Florida Georgia line. Where I draw the line is if I'm listening to a song and I hear you mention a fucking pickup truck, I'm done. I am done. I'm not listening to that song anymore.
Yeah,
it just feels like a lot of new country pop songs.
Yes,
it's It's about red Solo cups. There's pickup trucks.
Yeah. Well,
like my wife took the dog and shit. Like it's just all that same shit.
Yeah. The thing I don't actually like about new country isn't that part of it. More of the fact of I don't like country music over pop beats. If it's a country beat and it's country music, it works better. Like there's a reason it was made that way. And some pop country does work. I get it. It's same as like some pop rap songs work, but I don't know. It feels better whenever it's like rap, not pop rap and pop country.
Yeah. But my least favorite, I think, outside Georgia-Florida line. Florida-Georgia line?
Yeah, I think it's Florida.
I don't care. I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't care.
Is it this? It's like, yeah, I don't care.
Shut up.
It's like, oh my God.
But pop songs that are clearly made for radio with a rapper featured. That is some of my least favorite music. Ed Sheeran is a whore for that stuff.
He is the example. I think if Taylor Swift can do it
Kendrick,
every now and then, yep.
I hate that. I
didn't like that song either.
Maroon 5, they've done it more than a couple times. Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
Payphone, that was kind of a catchy song. I'll give them that. That
got works. Me. Every one of the things that we've named have an exception.
Yeah. Everything has an exception. But like, I don't know. As a whole, every single time I see that, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna like that.
You see I don't know his name, the country song that had Uzi on it. That wasn't working for me.
Awful.
It wasn't working for me.
Yeah, I was like, it does work in a lot of scenarios. Like if I see a Lil Nas X has like a rapper feature, I'm like, this is going to be great. Doja Cat, she has a rapper feature, but like the songs that they do that, they're not like the most. Like for the most part, they're not the most radio heavy ones. Like you do have exceptions, like Old Town Road with Young Thug and stuff.
Yeah. Both of the artists you named are hip hop. Pop?
Yeah, it's a weird little...
They're not like pop stars like... I'm thinking of like Ellie Goulding. Is that how you say your last name?
Yeah. Ariana
Grande, Taylor Swift. Like those artists is more of like pop artists. Like they're just pop. Where the other people you named are like in...
rap. They're more on the rap side of pop, I guess. Like, because, I mean, they are pop stars, but like they... I don't know. It's weird. Categorizing music is the weird thing, and I would hate to have that fucking job.
Yeah.
But, I guess outside of that, thank you for telling me your song of the week. I thought that was cool.
Yep.
So, last night, I think we got a couple questions answered. Last night being Saturday. Not for you guys. But yeah, for us right now, Saturday was last night. I had to think about that for a second. We had a couple questions answered.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter beats Blue Lives Matter every time.
Always.
Not every time. There's been some bad cases. And you know what? I'll pocket that.
I was about to say, I think you pissed off some of our fan base, but you may have just brought them all back. So
got them. Sometimes. Basketball players can beat up any football player. And YouTubing is a better career path for a fighter than UFC is.
Okay. So we'll start...
YouTube's 5-0. Well, 4-0 against fighters.
Yeah.
I think the first person Jake Paul boxed was a fellow YouTuber, which still knocked him out.
Yeah, fuck it.
I've never knocked out a YouTuber. Yet. This could be our podcast where we call out somebody.
Oh, it could. Who you can call out?
I feel like we should call out another podcast. I think me and you would do good against Flagrant 2.
Oh, fuck. I was about to say.
Right?
It's like Schultz actually like does train.
I was going to take Akash.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all have a similar build, so I was going to let y'all two. Me and Akash have a more similar build, you know?
Yeah. I think he...
Wait, do you agree with that? Do you think me and Akash have a similar build?
Yeah, y'all are really just the same.
Is he short?
He's shorter. I don't know if he's like short, but I think Schultz is like 6'3", 6. I don't know. Maybe people that kind of look like me, I just assume are me. So I just assumed he was 6'4" because, like you said, similar build. Yeah. But I think he was shorter than Izzy. Yeah. So maybe he's not. Maybe he's like 6'2". I don't know.
Tom Holland's boxing now.
He didn't look bad.
Yeah, he better get his fucking defense up, man. I mean, not bad. 5'8".
Yeah.
But not bad. Like, I mean, I would too. I mean, if you have money, I mean, why would? I mean, and I'm assuming he's going to go for more action roles later.
Yeah, and it just seems like a fun training thing to do. Like, even if you're not actually going to get into the ring and box people, like, it just seems like a fun thing to know.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why I don't like absolutely hate the Paul's brothers path. Yeah. After last night, it did regain some of my fandom for Jake. Like, I mean, he had his head busted open pretty bad by Tyron Woodley headbutting him. Not intentional, it looked like, but, like, I don't know, seeing them be cool after and stuff, I was like, okay, you know, but because sometimes you see Jake Paul's antics and you're just like, dude, shut the fuck up. You know, like, it makes you really want to root against him, even though that is what he's doing. Yeah. You know, he's just playing with my emotions. Yeah. But, so, you know, it was cool after last night, especially the fact that he knocked him out. And I was like, that was kind of a staple. Because it's not like he just beat Tyron Woodley via decision, you know. Again. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, well, that was cool. It doesn't look like you improved much. Yeah. But even Tyron Woodley, from the clips I've seen, he looked like he was doing better. Mm-hmm. But I think he's done. He should be. Yeah. I don't think he is. Because it seems like fighters have a really, really hard time of calling it quits. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because, I mean, I get it. Like, if you don't want to go out on the note that you got knocked out by a YouTuber. So I get him wanting to, but, like, it just, I don't know. Like, it just seems like it's this, man, you got your money, you know, like, you know. Yeah, I'm sure you got paid pretty good from it. Just hang up the gloves, man. Like, you know, I mean, even just pride aside, like, you got to look at your health. Like, that cannot be good getting knocked out by Jake Paul for any kind of mental reason. Like, that's got to do some damage. Yeah, it breaks my heart seeing more people just be like, oh, this is a money thing, so I should do it. Like, boxing has become the new Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. And I love that. I'm so glad you said it here, because you said it the other day, and I was like, you son of a bitch, you didn't save that take for the podcast. Yeah, because that's really is what it feels like, because you heard, like, Derek Lewis talk about in the pre-fight conference that he was like, would you ever go to Dancing with the Stars? And he was like, if I'm on Dancing with the Stars, my career's not doing well. That's what it feels like. And a news that we got today was Le'Veon Bell called out Jake Paul and said, fight someone that actually knows how to box. And that breaks my fucking heart, because is he talking about himself? Or is he just, like, saying, hey, in general, you know, just, it's not me. No, he's saying, like, come box me. Honestly, now that seems below Jake. Like, he's fighting fighters. Like, why would he go fight a football player now? But, you know? Yeah, it just breaks my heart, because, like, Le'Veon Bell was one of my favorite running backs. He was great. Yeah, there's no reason to get involved. And then he does something, I think, good for the sport. Isn't able to make it back onto another team. He got picked up this year, got cut this year, and now he's like, well, better go to this. Like there's no reason to, dude. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, you don't know how these people are doing financially, but, like, man, like, there's no reason to get involved. Like, he didn't say anything about you. Yeah, breaks my fucking heart. Like, he does. He's right. He needs to fight someone who knows how to fight now. And I'm not taking that as he needs to fight Le'Veon Bell now. Like, I want him to fight Tommy Fury. Yeah. Like, I still want that to happen. Because, like, especially after last night, I was like, wow, this could actually be a better bout than I thought if they can just stop breaking their goddamn ribs. Yeah. I mean, God, that just, I don't know. I mean, I guess the benefit of that is just, like, taking punches and stuff, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Again, not a boxer, but, you know. So, I was thinking of the other podcast we could fight. What? Like Hey Babe or Two Bears. Two Bears. Either one of those would be hilarious. I think I would honestly be, like, scarily surprised about Sal. Why do I gotta fight Chris? Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I'd honestly rather fight Chris. Oh. Well, because Sal's just such a nice, cuddly guy. Yeah, I feel like he'd flip the fuck out. you know? Like, it's always, it's the nice people that you have to worry about. He just seems so abundantly nice that he's been building up years and decades of rage. But, you know, I mean, but Chris is a pretty stocky guy. Yeah. That's why I was saying, like, oh, man, I don't want to fight Chris. Has taken steroids before, so that's kind of scary. I haven't taken steroids ever or played college ball, so. Yeah. I don't know. We need to find some other YouTube podcast to call out. We named
3 podcasts, and it really shows where we get a lot of our
Bad friends.
Inspiration starts.
I'll fight Bobby.
Fuck.
You got to be quicker to this.
I forgot about Bad Friends. I ain't watched them in a while.
I'll fight Link.
Oh, dude, that would be tough to fight.
He'd be tough to reach.
Yeah.
I didn't know
giant.
he was... Yeah. He's the height of Kobe.
I've never thought about it like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, and they've had Kobe on the show.
Yeah.
I've just never put that together. I was like, oh, maybe different size chairs, you know? But,
wow, that's weird.
And honestly, I think I would do so good against Link.
Oh, I bet you do.
It's for the same reason I think Sal would be good, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I've had years of pent-up rage. Just watching Good Mythical Morning, just watching Link
Yeah.
pick every tomato and every olive off everything he eats. Like, I would just... Respectively. I do love that show.
Oh, yeah. Everything that we named.
I couldn't imagine... Like, could you imagine they're world-class fighters, and they actually do hear this, and they just fuck us up? Like, they're
honestly,
like, what, 40-something years old, right?
Oh, I don't know their age, but it sounds right. But honestly, I'm all for it. If Rhett and Link message us right now, is like, let's fucking box.
Dude,
I would love
I have
it.
never heard them talk like that, so I think that would scare the piss out of me.
We would need the publicity. So I would take the ass whooping in a heartbeat.
What if they said, no, we're coming to you. Give us your address. We're going to fuck you up in your backyard. And we're like, oh my God.
We're going to record it, and we're still going to get the publicity. So, regardless.
You're just hoping Stevie's going to be there.
Of course I do. Hopefully she records it. Then I'll actually win that fight somehow.
God, that'd be so good for our channel if we just got the shit kicked out of us by the crew at Good Mythical Morning.
Can I box Chase? I'm not boxing
Josh.
Nope. Not a fucking chance.
Not a chance in the world.
We're not fighting the Mythical Kitchen.
I'd fight Trevor.
Trevor would be... Trevor's got to be an easy fight.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of every YouTuber that I would try to fight.
Sadly, we don't...
Like, any person that does like a toy podcast,
yeah,
I'd probably fight them. Or like a toy channel.
Yeah.
Like or like JoJo Siwa.
Yeah. It is...
I should call out JoJo Siwa.
Yeah. I hope we never become a channel that talks about, like, the YouTube drama.
Oh, God, no, dude.
It is my least favorite thing.
Dude, if we get close to that, we're like hitting the self-destruct button. Like, I'm like, nope, like, we're going to lift this case up. There's going to be a button. We're going to press it. Done. Podcast over. We're returning all of our fart in the jars. We're done. We're just done.
It is truly my least favorite part of YouTube. Is that YouTube has its own like little environment that they all live in, and
I hate all that stuff. Not even just on YouTube. I think it's massively cornier on YouTube. Whenever you see grown men reporting on drama between teenagers, you're like, dude, grow up, you know. But like, I was like, I don't even like that in any area of it. Like TMZ. I hate TMZ, dude. Yeah. I think that is so. It's so aggravating because, like, even when paparazzi are at their best, they're still annoying a person who's just well known trying to go out in public.
Oh yeah,
like that's them at their best.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I think it's
sometimes a necessary evil.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, sometimes it's neat, like, if you just see, like, one of them be like, hey, man, how are you doing? It's just a casual thing like that.
Yeah.
But, like, whenever they're outside of Kanye's house at, like, 4 in the morning, and they're like, hey, how are you doing? And he's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and runs into a pole.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Did you forget about that?
No. Because... the one I was talking about originally, he was in his garage, and the dude was outside of his thing, and it's like 4 in the morning. He's like, "Shut the fuck up, leave me alone." Like, it looks like he's just going out and starting his car or something. Yeah. And whenever you say runs into the pole, I'm just imagining as soon as he sees the camera, he runs to the stripper pole in his garage and just starts fucking swinging.
What a weird visual you just.
Kanye saw the paparazzi, he just ran to the pole. Yeah, no, and then I can't remember the song, but whenever he talks about the paparazzi, and he said, "Man, I hate them dudes more than the Nazis." Solid fucking bar, man. But goddamn, if you would have said that like 100, not even 100, shit, like 80 years ago, that'd been hilarious. But it's definitely not appropriate, but to say you don't like somebody more than a Nazi, you're like, maybe I need to change my career.
Yeah.
Maybe stop harassing people in public.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, well, hell, relative, related. Yeah, I didn't think of that word.
Just keep going.
The paparazzi versus Spider-Man in general. Mm-hmm. Like with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. I haven't seen anything bad with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
But, like, them two have been fucking harassed.
Yeah.
By paparazzi to the point where it's like disgusting. You're just like,
yeah.
Dude, like.
To be fair, one of my favorite memes of all time came out of one of those.
Yeah.
Not on the recency. But Tobey Maguire's just, get the fuck out of the way.
But I mean, how can you, I don't know, like, not have any pride or self-awareness to where you're just going to harass this person? Like, you're just like a human vulture.
It's so weird.
It's just such a weird choice in life to want to do that.
When I think of paparazzi, I almost think of it as like the movie Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Where it is gross, but it's kind of like romanticized
it's
gross.
Interesting gross.
Yeah, but it's not.
I love interestingly gross. Again, that's why I like the
recommended that movie,
like.
By the way. Watch it.
Yeah, I would say Jake Gyllenhaal doesn't get enough money, so
watch
Nightcrawler, and a real up and coming actor.
Yeah,
please give him some support.
Yeah, he needs the publicity from this podcast, so please support him.
But did you ever hear about? Well, I was like, you like the Social Network.
Yeah.
So there's probably a part of you that likes Mark Zuckerberg. Or maybe not even likes, but is fascinated by that kind of like
I feel that way about all billionaires.
Yeah.
All
that like weird,
people.
psychotic, very like narcissistical thought process.
Yeah.
Because apparently there was a rumor that, and it's just scary to hear out loud and like knowing where Facebook is now, what they have control of. Apparently a popular mantra in that company that it's rumored that he would have his staff chant it. Mm-hmm. But like this was like, when Facebook was first started, that's not proven, but it was an early mantra of his, and it's company over country. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, that is.
Company over country.
Yeah.
And like you hear stuff like that, and then think about what went down in the Social Network, and you're just like, that lines up well. Like I could see that, and it like I don't like it because it's kind of scary.
Yeah,
it's so fascinating.
Yes,
it's so fascinating to see like the mindset of like someone like him, where it's going to sound weird, but like Kanye, that's just so passionate about what they do and the links they go to. And they're just not even aware of the like morality standpoints outside of it. They're just like, I'm so focused on this, it's literally more important than my country.
Yeah. I think a lot of people who hate on billionaires and stuff miss that part, and like they would take like what you just said as like, oh, you like them, and it's like
Democratic pussies.
And it's like, no, I'm not saying I necessarily like them. It's like, I don't fucking know these people.
That was the most Republican thing I've ever said. I'm not Republican. that just sounded like the most Republican thing.
Yeah, I'm not Republican. That is a very annoying part of the Democratic Party. Like, of being like...
Oh, shit.
Of just being like the hate billionaires for being billionaires. Like, I get the necessary evil, but it's like you just... A lot of the people are just broke and just hate on people with money.
Welcome to The Daily Show.
Nah, fuck it.
Hosted by Kron Rex. God, how fucked would that show would be with us?
We would...
I don't know much about politics.
I think I know... I think I know more than
me too,
average. Just a little more than average.
I think I overthink what politics really are, because politics really isn't that complex of a thing, but it's very intimidating to see, like...
It can be complex.
It can be.
Yes.
I don't know any of that shit, though.
Yeah, I don't know the complex side of everything, but I just know the...
I know how I feel about things.
Yeah.
So I don't really hold down one party.
Yeah, and I can very much be convinced on a lot of the things that I believe.
I think I took a test a while back, and I think it says am most represented by the Green Party / Democrat side. I think that's where it said.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't really know. Like, if I talked to someone who knew about politics and they asked me a bunch of questions, I'd be like, oh, this is how I feel about that.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, well, it sounds like you're this, and I'd be like, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I don't agree everything one side says on any faction of life. Like,
no one does.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the missed.
yeah, I don't agree with everything you say. I think
Sure.
I'm on your side about a decent amount of things.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't think Blue Lives Matter is that great. And that's where we differentiate.
No.
This has been Jammin. See you next week. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
I didn't mean to heil there, but Merry Christmas.